Hey, what's going on, everybody? In this video, we're talking about flash challenges and how you can make money from them through bottlenecks, which we've talked a lot about recently. If you haven't watched my last two videos on bottlenecks, definitely check those out. It's a way to make insane profits, like 5, 10x your investment on certain moments. So definitely check those ones out. They'll be linked at the top of the description. But for this one, we're looking at this flash challenges in general, but then also we're going to get into this weekend challenge because it is a 3-day challenge, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And they're going to talk about a little strategy around this, what you can be looking for some moments that could go up in value for this challenge. So this is a points challenge, which is going to be a little harder to find a bottleneck because it's going to be someone that has to score a lot of points, and there's going to, for the most part, be players that have a lot of moments already on the platform, most likely. So just examples of bottlenecks that you can see from flash challenges that went way up. Cody Martin was in the minutes challenge, and he had a 60K and a debut moment, but it was an easy and a hard challenge. So both of these went pretty far up, but mostly his Top Shot debut went way far. So if we look at it on Evaluate Market, before this challenge, it was a $20 moment, and then people were selling it for in the high 70s, 80s, some even up to $100. And now this one's still at 40. So those are the kind of moments we're looking for. Players that have the potential to have big games. For this specific flash challenge, what we're going to be looking at is players that have scored a lot of points recently and just in the season as a whole. And before I get into that, just one thing that's crazy is this Kevin Durant moment that they just keep using for everything, it seems like. And the price on this one has gone pretty far up. Right now the floor is sitting $29-30. This one could get even higher during this challenge and could even get, I don't know, mid-30s. So that Durant just keeps being utilized for some reason, so it's kind of a good idea just to have one in your collection. I bought one just for $19 right before this challenge was announced. So pretty good pickup there. I could flip it now for 30-something bucks on that, but just be aware of that. So for this challenge specifically, we're looking at any moment of each player who finishes top 9 in total points scored in one game. So what that means is if a player has like 30 points in one game and has 5 in another over this weekend, it doesn't really matter that their total. It's just a single game. So anything like in the 30s probably is going to be a top 9 finish for this weekend, which is 3 days. Maybe even have to be high 30s depending on who goes off. I mean, with 3 days of basketball, there's a lot of games to being played. And if we're looking for bottlenecks or players to buy specifically for this challenge, first thing I wanted to look at is I just pulled up the NBA schedule and I was looking for teams that have more than one game at least this 3-game stretch. So you can see like the Hawks have a game Friday and Sunday, so 2 chances to get a Hawks player into this challenge. Same with the Celtics, same with the Nets, same with the Hornets, same with the Bulls. And then you look at like a team like the Cavs, they only have one game in this 3-game stretch. So if you're looking to buy players that could potentially be in this challenge, it's going to be less likely that a Cavs player is because they only have one game, if that makes sense. They just have less chance of hitting a huge game because they can only play one game. So then the next thing I wanted to look at was just the leaders in points per game over this season. So you can see out of the top 9 here, a lot of these guys just have a ton of moments on the platform. There's going to be no bottlenecks here. But one thing to look at is Durant is not going to be playing this weekend. And Donovan Mitchell probably won't play this weekend at all either. And same with Zach LaVine here at the 11th top scorer. So that opens up some space for like Jason Tatum or Morant or Booker to get in here And still, as we're going down, there's not really any bottlenecks that I see off the top of my head. The first one is Anthony Edwards, who is kind of a bottleneck and has the potential definitely to get 30, 40-point games. Edwards is really like the first bottleneck I'm coming across. And if we look at Anthony Edwards on Top Shot, the reason he's bottleneck, he has one 40K moment, and then another 4,000 moment, and then 1,800. So if you add all these together, he has less than 50,000 moments on the platform. But for all these other guys we're looking at, 20 and above, they have hundreds of thousands of moments, definitely over 100,000. For most of these guys, a lot of them have 40K and 35K and 15K, or they have 10Ks, or some of them even have 60K moments now. So if Edwards was in this, out of all these top guys, he would probably be the bottleneck, and the price of this moment we were just looking at right here, his lowest moment, this one would probably go way up for a bottleneck moment if he hits it. I mean, it's not even guaranteeing that he'll be in it. Another thing I want to look at is players that have recently been the top scorers on the day. So here on ESPN.com, you can actually look at the daily leaders. So this is daily leaders from yesterday. Curry had 39. Next was Booker at just 28. And then kind of a surprise here is Chris Duarte. He's definitely a bottleneck. He only has a 4,000K moment on the platform. So that's one that could be potential if he has another game. Probably have to be a little better than 27 points, but could possibly get into it. Just some more recency bias. Zubats had a 32-point game, which is crazy. One you would not expect. Same with Mo Bamba and Terrence Davis. So some kind of unsuspecting guys here that have had a lot of points. So like Terrence Davis with 35. But if you look at Davis on the platform, he's not really a bottleneck. It's kind of interesting because he's not really a household name or has been a good player, but he has a 40K, 60K, and 35K moment already. So not really any bottlenecks going to be happening with Terrence Davis, unfortunately. The other one to look at was Mo Bamba, who just had a massive 32-point game, but he has a 60K and a 40K moment already now, so not really going to be a big bottleneck with him either. One potential here is D'Angelo Russell. He always has an opportunity to get mid 30-point games. He only has a 9K moment, an 8K moment, and a 15K moment. So if you add all these together, it seems like it would probably come out somewhere around 40K. So he would be probably a little lower, actually, of a bottleneck and a better bottleneck than even Anthony Edwards. But his moments are pretty expensive already. For a 10K moment, $32, or 9K moment, $32. It's pretty expensive for that reason. I'm guessing is because he is one of those potential bottlenecks. So the big bottlenecks for this one are probably going to be rookies. I mean, if a rookie can score enough, I wouldn't think any of those that we looked at in the $10 and under bottleneck video are going to score enough. They're more like three-pointers hit, rebounders, blocks, steals kind of flash challenge moments we looked at in that one. So rookies might be the best bet for a massive bottleneck. And looking at rookies with only one or two moments here, James Bouknight can score a lot of points. I think he had like a 20-point game earlier, but that was when a bunch of their players were out, so I don't know about him. Continuing to scroll down, some other ones that, I mean, have potential to have big games could be Trey Mann, Brandon Boston. I'm pretty sure they've scored a decent amount and are still getting opportunities on their teams. That'd be kind of interesting to look at one of these guys, actually. So Trey Mann, likely not. His career high looks like it's 19 points. And then Brandon Boston actually has a 27-point game, and he did that in only 25 minutes. Recently, in the past week, it looks like his minutes high is 27, so possible actually Brandon Boston could get 30-point game. So kind of an interesting one there. And his moment, if we go back, it's only $80 for a 4-badge rookie. Kind of interesting there. Duarte is one we talked about. Bones Highland, I'm pretty sure, has the potential to have huge games. His career high is 27, which he did just 3 games ago. And he got 32, 36 minutes, only 14 minutes last game. Not sure why. Bones Island, definitely an interesting one. Jalen Suggs, interesting. Now he's starting. I don't think he has a really good career high. So we'll see here. His career high is 21 on the year. He hasn't played that many games. Recently, though, his last game, he got 33 minutes. So potential for Jalen Suggs. So keep going down. Io, not a big scorer. He's been doing really well, but I don't think he's scored more than 28 points in a game, really. Mobley, I'm not sure on his scoring. He would be interesting to look up. All these other guys are not huge scorers. Jalen Green is actually a big scorer, and Cunningham. Barnes, I don't think is a huge scorer. So I'm going to look up Mobley, Cade, and Jalen Green now. So surprisingly, it looks like Evan Mobley's career high is only 26. And if you remember from earlier, they only have one game. Evan Mobley, I don't know about him just because his career high is so low and he only has one game. Cade Cunningham, pretty good scorer. Recently had a 29-point game just over a week ago. So Cunningham, definitely a potential that could be in this. But I would definitely say Jalen Green is the best bet to have the most points out of a rookie this season. So he has a 30-point game already, 29-point game as well. So definitely has two of the higher rookie scoring games so far. But the thing about Jalen Green is if we come over here, the Rockets have one game Friday and no other games. So if he doesn't hit it Friday, he's done basically. And they're playing the Warriors, kind of a tough matchup. I would still say Green and Cunningham are the best rookies with the best chance. Then maybe Jalen Suggs. But definitely a lot to think about for this challenge. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on flash challenges and trying to look for some bottlenecks in here. It seems like the two best are going to be Anthony Edwards or D'Angelo Russell that have the potential to have some big games and also don't have a ton of moments on the platform. Another one looked like Duarte. He had a 27-point game, but he'll have to get more points than that. So let me know if you guys find any other ones that could be in here. It's going to be pretty crazy keeping track of all these games over the next 3 days and see who these top 9 scorers are. It's a pretty cool idea for a flash challenge over the weekend. So excited for this one. Definitely join up in the Discord if you haven't already. We talk all about challenges in the Discord. I'll put that link down in the description. Also check out the other videos on the channel. There's a lot of good stuff on here, and I'll catch you guys in another video.